Good evening and welcome to Stanley Cup Stanley Cup playoff action here on TSR. Tonight we got Game 4, the West Division semifinals. It's the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Minnesota Wild. And with this call, Vegas now joins Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Nashville, Kansas City, and Tampa Bay as cities I've called all sports teams to. I actually had my first attempt at calling Vegas was the outdoor game at Lake Tahoe. Unfortunately, things didn't quite work out, and the game ended up being delayed until midnight. I got one period in, and then the game ended up being delayed until midnight Eastern time, and it fell through, so I couldn't count that. So hopefully tonight we can officially count, and Vegas can join that exclusive list. For Minnesota, first time I'm calling a team based in Minnesota. Hopefully I can get a chance to call the Twins and maybe the Vikings as well. So Vegas leading the series 2-1. As we take a look at some of the players to watch tonight. And for the Vegas Golden Knights, first name that comes to mind, Riley Smith, 5 points in his last 5 games, 4 of them assists, so it's going to be one to go. Alex Pietrangelo, 2 goals in the last 5 games. He's someone to watch. Plus-minus guy, Braden McNabb, +5. And for the Minnesota Wild, Minnesota born to be wild, Marcus Foligno, 4 points in the last 5 games, 3 of them assists. Goal scorer to watch, Joel Eriksson Ek, 2 goals in the last 5 games, and Marcus Foligno, +2. So, goalie comparisons for tonight. For the Vegas Golden Knights, Marc-Andre Fleury in net tonight. He's 2-1 so far this series. GAA 1.32, 95.1% save percentage. And then on the other side, Cam Talbot 1-2, obviously. 2.32 GAA, save percentage of 93.6%, but did have that shutout in Game 1. So how did we get here? Series started back on Sunday. The Wild 1-0 shutout in Vegas. That one went to overtime. Game 2, Tuesday night. Knights come back to win it 3-1. And then Game 3, Thursday night, Vegas took down Minnesota 5-2. So what's on tap? So we'll meet again on Monday in Vegas. That's a 10:30 showtime. We'll go to bed early. If necessary, Game 6 will be played on Wednesday, and if needed, Game 7 on Friday. Wild won the season series with this matchup. This series 5-3. As they took third, fourth, which included winning 5 in a row in the middle of the season after the Golden Knights took the first 2. However, the Golden Knights did take 1 in overtime just 17 days ago. Well, let's go around the league, see what else happened today. Earlier today, the Lightning took down the Florida Panthers 6-2. They now lead the series 3-1. They have a chance to finish them off Monday night. In Long Island, it was the Islanders defeating the Penguins 4-1 to even the series up at 2 apiece. Speaking of Long Island, just not too far away from Uniondale up in Hempstead, we had 2 college lacrosse games going on, the NCAA quarterfinals. In the first game, Virginia destroyed Georgetown 14-3. And then a game you saw here on TSR. And yes, I'm still trying to get my voice back from it. North Carolina defeated Rutgers in overtime 12-11. So it will be North Carolina and Virginia playing in Hartford next Saturday. The second matchup to determine tomorrow. Now over to the Diamond. Earlier today, the Yankees defeated the White Sox 7-0. Yankees go to 27-19. The White Sox now have dropped 2 straight. The Rockies defeated the Diamondbacks 7-6. Was the Nationals over the Orioles in the Beltway Series 12-9. Rangers defeat the Astros 8-4 in the Lone Star State Showdown. In Cincinnati, it was Brewers 4, Reds 3. Minnesota Wild fans, sorry for saying this. The final in 10 innings, it was Tribe 5, Twins 3. In South Beach, it was Marlins 3, Mets 1. And then in Atlanta was Braves 6, Pirates 1. I'll be ready for face-off after this. So, game is on NBC, by the way. So tomorrow's series that could be ending tomorrow. Boston, Washington, the Bruins leading the series 3-1. They have a chance to close out the Capitals at Capital One Arena tomorrow. And could potentially be Ovechkin's last game in D.C. We'll wait and see. And the Avalanche have a chance to make a clean sweep of the Blues tomorrow evening in St. Louis. They lead the series 3-0. Meanwhile, in Toronto, just getting underway in the second period, tied at 1 between the Canadiens and the Maple Leafs. Called one great game just a little while ago. Let's see if we can make it 2 for 2 today. Wild looking to even the series, going back to Vegas Monday night. Vegas looking to go up 3-1, have a chance to finish them off in front of their home fans. I think this is the first time I've called hockey since they announced the deal that the NHL will be teaming up with Turner Sports for the next 7 seasons in addition to ESPN. And I gotta say, while I am disappointed Fox did not make another run at the NHL. I really thought this time around they had, they had a case, but I guess they just like, whatever. We'll just commit to football, baseball, and NASCAR. But I was all for it. I thought this could actually be interesting. It sounds like fans would actually be getting the better end of the deal with Turner than with ESPN and ABC because they're only going to be airing 25 games between the two of them, the regular season. I think TNT said they'd be airing almost 3 times as many. So I'll give it a chance. Personally, I will not be shedding a tear for leaving NBC. Yeah. Anyway. And Zach Parise, first game this series. Looks like they're about ready to form the anthem. Lights are back on. And Mayor of St. Paul. We get the Wild fans fired up. And starting goalie for Vegas, Marc-Andre Fleury. And on the other side, it'll be Cam Talbot. Well, without further ado, let's get this game going here. It will be Brown taking the face off for Vegas. They win it. Vegas takes the cross center into the Wild zone. Take a shot on that side, and Cam Talbot will cover it up. And the net came dislodged. And now we got a little bit of fisticuffs. As it is, Zuccarello was getting into it with Carrier. And 11 seconds in, let's take a look at what happened here. As Talbot made the save. Carrier pushed number 24, Matt Dumba, into Talbot. Dumba took exception to it. And Ryan Reeves also jumping in. And it will be Carrier going to the box for 2 minutes. The face-off will be to the right of Fleury. Face-off won by Vegas. They fight for it in the right corner. Taken out of the left corner by Smith. Dumps it down into the wild zone where Talbot will play it. Jared Spurgeon will move it up for the Wild. Passes to Kurizov. Now they play it behind the net. Taken by the Golden Knights, and they'll dump it into the Wild zone. Played by Spurgeon. Minnesota's power play 0 for 5 this series with 17.6% in the regular season. As Vegas again able to get it out. 1:37 to go in the power play. Spurgeon again from behind the net. Looking to move it up ice, he will. Into the Vegas zone. Pass went wide. Shot! And it looked like Fleury got a pad on it, and they'll eventually cover it up. Shot by Dumba. Was turned away. I make that Zuccarella, not Dumba, I'm sorry. Face-off won by Vegas. And they clear it out. And this will be Ryan Suter playing it for the Wild. Moves it up ice. Try a centering pass and could not do it. Now they fight for it behind the net. And we got some Mortal Kombat coming on. That's Alec Martinez shoving with Matt Dumba. And Alex Pietrangelo also having a few words for him. And about 40 seconds to go on the power play. Face off to the left of Fleury. Won by the Wild. And, nope. They call a false start. We Bonimo and Chandler Stevenson in the draw circle. Nick Bonimo, and it's won by Stevenson. Taken by Pietrangelo, and he'll clear it down the ice. Talbot plays it for Spurgeon. Spurgeon trying to take it up ice. Dropped it back. Now they're passing it around. And Vegas able to get it out. Into the corner. Bonimo plays it. And he'll shoot it into the Vegas zone. Into the right corner. Bonimo trying to fight for it for the Wild. Drops it back. Wild able to keep it in. Shot and high and wide. Fight for it behind the net. Long range shot hit traffic in front and ended up in the glove of Fleury. I didn't hit any traffic in front of it. It just went right into the glove of Marc-Andre Fleury. Face-off won by the Wild. And a shot went wide. Vegas trying to take it out. And here we go. 2-on-2. Shot. Talbot able to make the stop. Vegas maintains possession. Now taken by the Wild. That's Foligno. Now it's center. Vegas takes control of it. Move it up ice. Wild take control of it in their own zone. Slings it down there into the Vegas zone. Now Vegas takes it out the other way. Here we go. Center pass. Talbot with the stop. And now out the center. Vegas takes it back. Was played by Keegan Kolzar. Now they fight for it in front of the Wild bench. Now taken by Peter Angelo. Passes. Intercepted. Now come back the other way. It's Kyle Rowe with it. Shot. Blocked. Follow-up chance goes wide. Long-range shot. And it slipped free, but the Vegas Golden Knights able to get on it. Taken up by Keegan Kolzar. Now behind the net, played by White Cloud. White Cloud shot high and wide. And Minnesota with it now as they try to get it out. Vegas takes it right back. Looking to get it out. The center they will. Minnesota will though take it in their own zone. Try to dump back into Vegas' zone. And now taken by White Cloud. Fans looking for a call. They're not going to get it. And here's Tuck. Tuck shot wide. Minnesota with it now. Dumps it into the corner. They're going to fight for it. And long range shot. No, and Fleury cannot. Here's a shot in front. Fleury got a piece of it. Taken by Fiala. Fiala with it now. Passes. And now they're going to fight for it in the left corner. Puck's free. Vegas with it now. Get out the center. Dump it into the Wild zone. Carrier with it. And they're going to fight for it on the boards. Now behind the net, they fight for it. Vegas dumps it back in behind. Played it along the left side by Brown. Now behind the net. Carrier. Carrier cannot get it. And Wild take it now. This is Fiala passes to Carson Sorcy. And he'll dump it into the Vegas zone. Vegas plays it. 14:22 to go in the opening period. No score here. Vegas with it now. Marchand tried to pass it to Theodore. He could not. Wild come away with it now. Saucy dumps it behind the net. Played by Fleury. Vegas trying to get it out. The Wild keep it in. Alright, shot, no go. And passes blocked, and here comes the other way. 3-on-2. And ends up dumping it into the corner. Wild trying to get it out. Vegas keeps it in. They fight for it behind the net. Wild with it, trying to move it out. Now they fight for it in front of the Vegas bench. And Peter Angelo will play it out the center. Wild taking control of it. And this is Nico Sturm plays it. Shot and saved by Fleury. That was Parise. Vegas back the other way. Fight for it along the boards. Vegas with it now. Long range shot high and wide. Along the boards. As White Cloud plays it for Tuck. And they can't hold on to it. Vegas will take it back into their own zone. Moving up ice. White cloud. And it looks like they came in offside. .12:24 to go in the opening period. No score. Back in Minnesota with no score here. And opportunities by Vegas. Just missing them. As well as Minnesota hitting the side of the net. And Kaprizov took a stick to the lip. To make that the nose from Nicholas Hogg. As Kaprizov led NHL rookies goals. I think that's what it said. Wild with it now. This is Eriksson X. Into the corner, they fight for it. Fighting for it. Fighting for it. Taken by the Wild. Dumped along the boards. And a shot by Suter went wide. Fight for it in the left corner. Trying to wrap around, no go. Vegas comes away with it. Minnesota takes that center ice now. Back to Vegas. Long range shot high and wide. Mostly just wide by Mark Stone. Taken out by the Wild. This is Greenway. Shot stopped by Fleury. And Vegas coming away with it now. Long range pass into the Wild zone. And a shot wide. Fight for it along the right side. Make it the left side. Vegas with it now. Pietrangelo passes. And it's intercepted. Wild with it. Long range shot. And it's a no-go. Vegas with it now. Martian Salt, I should say. No-go. Wild with it now. Coming up on the 11-minute mark here in the opening period. Played by Fleury. Now looking to try to move it up. They will. They lose it. Wild take it back in their own zone. That's when I'm getting out the center ice. Into the left corner. Gonna fight for it behind the boards. Behind the net, I should say. Wild looking to go around the horn. As Brodin shot wide. As at center ice, and they'll stoppage of play. And the giveaway. A great job by Fleury to get able to knock it down with his glove. And the wraparound no-go. hit by Alex Tuck. As Vegas comes away with it. They have 5 hits. The Minnesota's 4. And so out shooting Vegas 9-3. Face off to the left of Fleury. And taken by Vegas. Trying to get it out. Behind the net. Looking to move it up ice. Talbot plays it. But kept in by Nicholas Roy. But now Wild taking it. Reclaimed by Holden. Wild taking control of it. And racing in there is Nico Sturm. Sturm tried to set it up. No! Vegas there able to bail him out. Fleury dangerously played it. But a couple Vegas players prevented that from going anywhere. Shot! Score! Roy with the shot! And Vegas draws first blood. Vegas with a great defensive play on one end and the other. A great shot. And it's now 1-0 Knights. Look at this. Sturm tried to set up. Oh, it was Wah. The goal scorer so single-handedly made that happen. So he first prevented Minnesota from getting an open net goal, and then he puts one in. First goal of the postseason, 11:37 in. Knights trying to move it up. Wild dump it in. Wild with it now. Eriksson, that shot. Score! Joel Eriksson answers right back, and Minnesota's tied this one up. Or did they? Vegas will probably try to argue Foligno interfered with Fleury. So let's see. I mean, it almost looked like Fleury was leaning into Foligno. But I think they would still call that interference regardless. And this will be reviewed. So let's listen in. All right. It did look like there was contact, but it looked like Fleury was leaning in. So let's see. Goal comes with 9:04 to go in the opening period. So it came 19 seconds after the goal by Wah. But right now is in question. It's a tough call. Because it looked like Fleury was leaning into him, so that's going to be the question. Oh, here we go. No goal! So it will remain 1-0. And I'm just going to call this one a questionable one because I don't know if he really tried to do anything. I mean, he looked like he was leaning into Foligno, but my opinion doesn't matter. What matters is the opinions of the pinstripes. And face-off won by Vegas. As Minnesota trying to move it out. Dump it into the Vegas zone. Knights trying to move it out. And here we go, 2-on-1. And shot! Oh! Did not go. Fight for it in the left corner. While taking it out. Zuccarella loses it. Now the Knights with it. Out the center, played by the Wild. Zuccarella lost it. Off the boards, and here comes the Knights. Drop it back, shot. It looked like Talbot got a toe on it. The foul shot went wide. Another shot by Whitecloud was stopped by Talbot. Wild trying to get it out of there. Taken by Whitecloud as he dumped it into the Wild zone for an icing. Vegas getting on the board with a Nick Waugh goal. And a Joel Eriksson X goal wiped out because of goaltender interference. 7:57 to go in the opening period. It's Vegas 1, Minnesota nothing. Back in St. Paul, the Knights leading the Wild 1-0. Vegas almost made it 2-0. They had a great 2-on-1 opportunity that Talbot turned aside. The one ended up being deflected wide by his own teammate. And stop play right there. Face off to the left of Fleury. And it's taken by Vegas. And knocked out to neutral ice by Waugh. And now it's taken. Dumped into the Wild zone. Wild retrieve it. Now they fight for it in the corner. Fighting for it in the corner. Vegas with it now. Shot. Talbot turned to the side. Minnesota back the other way. Fiala had it. And Vegas with it now. Looking. And Pietrangelo dumps it into the Wild zone. Wild with it now. Trying to move it up ice. And they will. As Fleury plays it behind his net. They fight for it in the right corner. Fighting for it. We just passed the 7-minute mark. Wild try to get it. And now here comes Vegas the other way. Drops it back. Shot turned away by Talbot. Fight for it in the left corner. Now over to the right side. They're going to try to fight for it. Still up for grabs. Vegas takes it in their own zone. As Stone passes it up ice. Still up for grabs taken by Vegas. Larson Salt. They go along the boards. Now Minnesota with it. It's Bonimo trying to play for the Wild. They'll fight for it along the left side. And Minnesota with it now. And this is Bonimo. Tried to put one on net. Fleury turned to the side. They fight for it in the left corner. Up for grabs. Now taken by Vegas. As this is Nicholas Hoggs. Had to play, had to dump it in. Wild with it now. Suter passes. Played by Parise. Right on net, and Fleury will just cover it up. .5:15 to go in the opening period. Still Knights 1, Wild nothing. Back in St. Paul with 1-0 Golden Knights. Moment to go. As Colstar hit with the boards. And Waugh shot turned away by Talbot. And Tuck was turned away by Talbot. Face off to the left of Fleury. And they're going to try to attack on net. Vegas able to keep it out. Wild with it. Out front, Vegas able to take control of it. Dumping into the Wild zone. Tuck going after it with Dumba. Tuck and Dumba going after it. Now taken by Brodeen. Passes. And Greenway able to beat it out. Try to keep it in there. Vegas now taking control of it. Gonna move it up ice. Coming into the Wild zone. Now the Wild taking, and now Vegas with it now. As White Cloud passes. Now the Wild take control of it. Vegas with it now at center into the Wild zone. Shot was blocked as Martinez tried to get one and was blocked. And the Wild dumping it out the center ice. Vegas with it. As Brown trying to move it up and now lost. Kaprizov. Kurzov. Dumped it in. Now Vegas with it. Wild played it in their own zone. As Suter looking now 5 passes. They fight for it at center. Vegas coming away with it. Now they fight for it in front of the Vegas bench. Taken by the Knights. Now it's intercepted. Vegas with it now behind the net. Trying to move it up ice. They will. And dumped into the corner. And a hit. Wild trying to get it out. They will. As Fiala dumps it in behind the net. Vegas will play it. And this is Peter Angelo. Drops it back. Marchessault tried to drive. He had to go wide. And Talbot covers it up. As we just passed the 3-minute mark here in the opening period. I think Marchessault was trying to pass it. It hit the skate of Talbot. As like a collision along the boards. Vegas keeping in. White Cloud shot wide. Carlson looking, lost it. Gets it back. Carlson trying to drop it back. White Cloud comes away with it. Long range shot, and Talbot swallows it up. Just under 2.5 to play in the opening period. Vegas 10 of 14 in the face-off dot as this one's to the left of Talbot. And Wild take this one. And what? Vegas plays it in their own zone. Going to move it up ice. And it's taken. As that was Stevenson who wipes out. Now the Wild taking it the other way. And now taken back by Vegas. And 2-on-2. Drops it back to Stevenson. Stevenson drops it back. Long range shot. And hit a player in front. A stoppage of play. And words being exchanged. Shot that hit traffic in front. And it'll be Carson Sochi, the cross-checking penalty. So Vegas will be on the power play. And Vegas lost, so they have to retreat back into the Minnesota zone. Drops it back. Look at long-range shot. Hit traffic in front. And so trying to get it out, they can't. And cross-ice pass could not do it. Wild trying to get it out, and they will. Here's Vegas with it now. Martian Salt passes. Stone fighting for it along the boards now. It's taken by the Wild. Eriksson X lost the puck, taken by Carlson. Coming up under a minute to play here in the first period. Drops it back. Oh, with a full head of steam, there's Alex Tuck. Drops it back, but it was got away. Knight's still with it. They're having a tough time trying to corral the puck. As Tuck's pass. Now drop it back, going around the horn. And a shot! Oh, it looked like it hit the post. And they fight for it in the left corner. 15 seconds to go in the opening period. They're going to continue to fight. And eventually they stop it. And that's the end of the first period. "20 minutes in the books at St. Paul. It's Golden Knights 1, Wild nothing." 20 minutes played in St. Paul with Vegas leading 1-0, thanks in large part to the Nick Waugh goal. And then the Joel Eriksson goal that got washed out because of interference. So here's a look at the first period stats. Minnesota out shooting Vegas 11-9. Vegas dominating the faceoff circle, wins 62.5% of the faceoffs. Both sides of the power play. In fact, Vegas will still be on the power play to start the second. Minnesota 12 hits, Vegas 9. Minnesota 6 shots blocked. Vegas 3 shots blocked. Minnesota giving 3 away, Vegas just 1. Minnesota 4 takeaways, Vegas just 2. Meanwhile, in Toronto, the Maple Leafs leading the Canadiens 3-1. As goals by Spezza, Matthews, and Sedin have given the Leafs the 2-goal advantage. Earlier today, it's the Lightning taking 6-2, and they are 1 game away from going to the Central Division Finals. Big game for Nikita Kucherov. He's named top star of the game. In Long Island, it was the Islanders 4, Penguins 1, as they knot the series at 2 apiece. Let's roll over to the diamond for a sec. In action right now. In Kansas City, top 9. It's Royals 7, Tigers 5, with the bases are loaded for the Tigers. In Philadelphia, it's Red Sox 2, Phillies 1. Chicago St. Louis tied at 1 in Busch Stadium. In San Francisco, it's the Dodgers 2, Giants nothing. Top 6 in Buffalo, it's Rays, Blue Jays tied at 1. Bottom of the first in San Diego, no score between the Mariners and Padres. In a little over an hour, the Athletics and Angels will be set to go at it. Look at what's going around the playoffs. Look at how things are going in the East. Bruins leading their series 3-1. Could close it out tomorrow night with a win in Washington. The Penguins-Islanders series tied at 2 apiece. Game 5 Monday night in Pittsburgh. Could be make or break for either side. In the Central, as we talked about, Tampa Bay leading their series 3-1. Carolina leading their series 2-1. They play tomorrow afternoon, Game 4. Tampa Bay has a chance to close out the series Monday night in Miami. Let's check it out West. In this game, is right now in progress. Vegas leading the series 2-1. They right now lead this game 1-0. And in Colorado, up 3-0, have a chance to make a clean sweep of St. Louis with a win tomorrow night. Or tomorrow evening, I should say. And let's go north here for a sec. Winnipeg leading the series with Edmonton 2-0. Game 3 tomorrow night. And then right now, 2 periods in the books in Toronto. Even though the Leafs leading this one 3-1, Montreal leading the series 1-0. After tonight, they get a day off, and then they're heading to Montreal for Game 3 Monday night. I'm going to grab a water. I'll be right back. That starts the second period in St. Paul. With Golden Knights up 1-0. Still 21 seconds left on the power play for the Golden Knights. And the insights from the first period. Marc-Andre Fleury. Well, this is more like insights in their last 12 games, 11-1. 1.4 GAA, save percentage 94.5%, has 2 shutouts this made. So far tonight, 11 for 11. Second period about to get underway here. Face-off won by the Wild. Dump it into the Vegas zone. Fleury plays it for Shea Theodore. And moves it up ice. Drops it back for Theodore. Pass with Peter Angelo. Drops it back. Long range shot. One out of play. That face off the left to Talbot and a false start on Vegas. No, right the penalty. Drops back, won by the Knights. And shot blocked in front. And Martinez's shot went wide. Stoppage of play. As Carlson will take the face-off for Vegas. It's Ryan Hartman. And face-off won by Minnesota. As this is Jonas Bronin in with it. Taken by Hartman, dumps it in. Corner. They fight for it. And they fight for it. Vegas coming away with it. They fight for it in the right corner. And they're taken by the Wild. This is Hartman. Across the ice pass. And now thrown in front. Minnesota trying to keep it in. Behind the net. Looking. And the pass. And the shot was blocked in front. Minnesota able to keep possession of it. Carries off with it. Lost it. And now at the center. And Carson Soucy able to keep it in for the Wild. And now a shot saved by Fleury as he turned away Victor Rask. Knights trying to take it the other way. But the Wild taking in their own zone. Taken by Vegas. Minnesota able to keep it in the Vegas zone. They fight for it along the boards. And now Vegas with trying to break away. Was Waz. Shot! And it looked like Talbot turned it away. And Vegas retrieves it in their own zone. This is Whitehouse. That's intercepted. Wild take it out. Spurgeon's pass. Drop back. This is Parise. Pass Spurgeon trying to get it out there. And puck free. And Vegas now with it. Center ice. Into the wild zone. Talbot going to try and play it. And the center now Tuck. Could not hold on to it. Vegas within their own zone. Down to the wild zone. Right forward in the left corner. Wild coming away with it. Now back to Vegas. This is Peter Angelo with it. And Stevenson trying to drive, but he loses control of the puck. Pass. Shot. Turned away. Martinso with it. Talbot plays it for Matthew Dumba. Gets it out the center. And now the Knights with it. Lost it. And now all alone. Dumba with it behind his net. And a pass out. And Minnesota gives it away in their own zone. Look at it back. Hartman's pass. Off a skate. Now here comes Vegas coming the other way. Centered pass does not go. And now another centered pass. And it looked like Talbot got a piece of it. Fight for it in the right corner. And now in their own zone. Vegas looking to move it up. And dump it into the wild zone. Just past the 15-minute mark of the second period. And here he goes. Drive shot. Talbot make that Fleury with the save. Kevin Fiala had a chance and could not get it. And Courier's shot was a no-go. Tried to get it over to Nick Holden. They're going to fight for it behind the net. Now the Wild coming away with it in the right corner. And icing coming up on the Wild. Face off to the right of Talbot, won by the Wild. Trying to get it out, they can't. Struggling to get it out. And they finally will, but it's taken back by Stone. Now right back to the Wild. Wild now. A shot wide. As the Knights take it, trying to get it out. Back to Spurgeon. Passes for the Fiala. And in play goes on behind the net. Now the Knights with it. Stone passes. Gets it into the Wild zone. Wild coming away with it now. This is Foligno. Was the guilty party on the interference that washed out Eriksson-Ek's goal. And Vegas now with it. Center, now Wild get it right back. Dump it into the Vegas zone. Passes. And they lose it. As Parise passes. And the shot wide. Carlson will play for the Knights and get it out. And Dumba will play for the Wild. Passes. In the Vegas zone now, they fight for it behind the net. And Fleury will just wisely cover it up. 12:09 to play in the second. Still, Vegas 1, Minnesota nothing. Back in St. Paul, still 1-0 game. And the face-off's to the right of Fleury. One by Minnesota. And Wild with it now. Drops it back. Suter's shot looked like it was blocked. Knights trying to come away with it. They couldn't. And now they will. Back the other way. Drive the shot. It was blocked. Fighting for it behind the net. Wild coming away trying to fight for it in the left corner. Looks like Vegas trying to get it out. They will. They're going to fight for it behind the net. Wild coming away with it. Dumps it into the Knights zone. And that will be called for an icing. A halt play with 11:06 to go in the second. Face-offs to the right of Talbot. And one by the Knights. They slip back out the center. And here comes Alex Tuck with a full-headed steam try and scores! Alex Tuck! And it's now 2-0 Vegas! With a full head of steam, he was determined that was not going to be slowed down. I think it was started with Chandler Stevenson's poke check. And he hit Twine on that one. His third goal of the series. And it comes with 10:52 to go in the second. Vegas with the face-off. Carrier. Now they'll fight for it behind the net. Minnesota trying to come away with it. They will. Yellow pass. It ends up behind the net. They fight for it. Fighting for it. And we'll continue to fight for it. Yellow coming away with it for the Wild. Looking. His shot attempt was blocked, and now they fight for it along the boards. Falls back into Minnesota's zone. The Wild will try to move it up from there. So let's see. Long-range pass. Play behind the net by Fleury. He's trying to move it up. And the shot by Carlson, saved by Talbot. Wild looking to go back the other way. Brodin's shot turned away by Fleury. Parise lost control of the puck. He's able to keep it in the Wild zone. Vegas coming away with it. Marson Salt. The hit. Now they fight for it in the right corner. Still fighting for it. And still fighting for it. And eventually Vegas able to come away with it. Behind the net. And now White Cloud with it. Lost control of it behind the net. They're going to fight for it. Wah comes away with it for the Knights. Wah lost control of it behind the net. Looking. And they give it away. Here come the Wild 3-on-2. Parise. Oh, he lost it! And looks like the arm goes up. We're going to have a penalty, and Parise is down. And it looked like White Cloud got him in the face with the stick. Wild going on the power play with 8:28 to go in the second. Vegas 2, Minnesota nothing. Double minor to Zach Whitecloud for the high stick on Parise. And yep, got him in the nose and the lip, it looks like. If there's blood, they usually will call it a double minor right there. And great chance for Minnesota to try to get back in this game. Face off to the right of Fleury. And Minnesota try to keep it in. They will. And a shot out in front. Fleury keeps it out. And I'll fight for it in the left corner. Vegas able to come away with it, trying to get it out. They will. As Spurgeon will play it. And he passes it. Viola. Over to Victor Rask. Now long range shot, and it was blocked. Puck goes back into the Minnesota zone where Spurgeon will play it. Drops it back. Fiala. Karazov. Now they'll fight for it along the boards. Minnesota coming away with it. Center ice. Spurgeon with it. Passes. Like Hartman. And now rolls along the boards. Back over to Fiala. Trying to play a little back and forth. They fight for it in the right corner. Hartman came away with it. Long range shot and went wide. And Vegas able to get it out. Talbot will play it. Or Suter. Passes. Drives. Shot. And Fleury will just cover it up. It looks like Eriksson X had some words. Bonimo's shot first blocked. And then Stone came away with it and cleared it out. And then the long range shot wide. It's off to the right of Fleury. One by Minnesota. They go, looking to go around. Cross ice pass. Couldn't get the second. Long range shot, no go. And a wipeout. Now Vegas with it. Skate or die. Shot, no go. And the net goes off his mark. And Mark Stone. Or they're going to call it a goal. And they are. Mark Stone on the breakaway. Oh, yeah, that's a goal. And shorthanded and all. Vegas now makes it 3-0. Minnesota win the faceoff, but this is Spurgeon dropping it back. All coming at 6:19 to go in the period. While with it behind the net. Wild have to play it back at the center. Rask plays it to Spurgeon. And Fiala tried to do it. He could not. Talbot plays it for Spurgeon. We just passed 6-minute mark here in the second. Driving. Drops it back. Pass. Rask could not hold on to it. So able to keep it in Vegas zone. And Vegas able to clear it out. So over a minute to go on the power play. Drive shot stopped by Fleury. And a hit behind the net. As the puck is cleared out, Talbot plays it. As it's Suter. Passes. Open shot! Skater die! Fleury stopped it! Wild still with it now. Vegas trying to get it out. They will. Minnesota tried to answer back with a skater die goal of their own. They could not. On the boards, Foligno. And now grouped up by a group of Golden Knights. Looks like Chandler Stevenson, the one doing the most damage. Mark Stone on the breakaway makes it a 3-0 game for Vegas. .423 to go in the second. Vegas up 3-0 on the breakaway goal from Mark Stone. Put the puck in before the net was knocked off his moorings. Face off at neutral ice. And it's taken by the Golden Knights. Wild trying to get it out of there. Zuccarello loses it. Vegas dumps it into Minnesota's zone. Fight for it behind the net. So fighting for it in the corner. Fighting for it. Vegas coming away with that. Oh, just tickled wide. Minnesota with it now. Bouched. Fighting for it in the right corner. It's an overshot blocked. Another shot stopped by Fleury. Denies Ann Cole. Minnesota's still with it now. On the boards. Taken now. This is Brown, and he loses control of it. Minnesota takes it behind the net. And the 3.5 to play in the second. Minnesota trying to move it in. Fight for it along the boards. Fighting for it. Fighting for it. Squirt's free. Still fighting for it now in the left corner. Vegas coming away with it. That's Stevenson. Gets it out the center. Skipped on him. Minnesota able to get it back. And it took a weird bounce, but Fleury alertly knocked it away. Another close call for the Golden Knights. And now by White Cloud. To Hogg. Up the center. Vegas having to retreat. Out center ice, Minnesota with it. Rask could not play it for the Wilds. Vegas still trying to get it out. White Cloud lost his... Oh, no, he didn't lose his stick. Someone else lost their stick. As Smith clears it behind the boards. On the boards now at center. Vegas with it. The stick still out there. Tuck with it. Careless pass, and Minnesota takes it back. And now Vegas with it, trying to drive. And ends up dropping it back, and it got away. As around 70 seconds to play in the second. As they're trying to get it out. They will. Into Vegas' zone. It goes wide as Foligno could not drive anymore. And now Vegas with it now. Tuck, skate or die! Saved by Talbot! Minnesota back the other way. Eriksson X could not do anything with it. Eriksson X shot! Saved by Fleury. We'll get it out. It's coming up on 30 seconds to play. Fight for it along the boards. Spurgeon coming away with it. Shot! Oh! Looked like it hit the post. Still fighting for it. And able to get it out. Suter with it. And a long-range shot. And that's the end of the second period. Tuck and Stone with the goals for the Golden Knights. We played 40 minutes in St. Paul. It's Vegas 3, Wild nothing. 40 minutes down in St. Paul with the Golden Knights up 3-0. Goal scores Nicholas Waugh in the first. Open up the score, and then Alex Tuck weaving his way through, making it 2-0. And then Mark Stone on a skate or die, making it 3-0. Let's go down the stat line. Minnesota out shooting Vegas 22-14. Vegas winning 55% of the face-offs. Minnesota not able to get the job done on the power play, 0 for 3. Vegas just 0 for 1. Minnesota out hitting Vegas 26-17. Vegas with 9 block shots. Minnesota 8. Minnesota 8 giveaways. Vegas just 4. Both sides with just 4 takeaways. Keep it rolling. As it's now final in Toronto. The Leafs winning 5-1. They now even the series at 1 apiece. Roll over to the diamond for a little bit. As there's the final in Kansas City. The Royals hold on to defeat the Tigers 7-5. Action currently going on. Bottom of the 7th in Philly. Red Sox 4, Phillies 2. Bottom of the 8th in St. Louis. It's Cardinals 2, Cubs 1. Bottom of the 8th in San Francisco. Dodgers 6, Giants 3. Rays leading the Blue Jays 2-1 in the top of the 8th. We're tied in San Diego between the Mariners and Padres, tied at 1. And the Athletics and Angels just finishing up warm-ups. Vegas is now 20 minutes away from taking a commanding 3-1 lead. And back in St. Paul for the final 20 minutes. Vegas holding a 3-0 lead. And before I return to coverage, I want to give a shout out to the Maryland Black Bears of the NH and AHL for their first ever Robertson Cup playoff victory. Congratulations, guys. Good luck Wednesday and Thursday night at Piney Orchard. Meanwhile, back here at XL Energy Center, Marc-Andre Fleury 20 minutes away from a shutout. And he hadn't come easy to him. He's faced 22 shots. Good toll for all 22 of them. Vegas 17-1 during the regular season when scoring a goal, when Mark Stone scores a goal. So they're in favorable position. As we start third period. Wild with the face-off. And Vegas now taking control of it. This is Martian Saul's shot was blocked. Minnesota trying to take it back the other way. Into the Vegas zone. Fleury tried to play it. He will. And the puck goes back into the Wild zone. No icing. As fight for Stone and Karazov. Right, center ice. Karazov with it now. Trying to weave through. Now fight for it in the corner. Pass along. Here's Suter. Tries to shoot it just over the goal. If this was football, that'd be good. But this is hockey. It's not. Tuck now. Rolling shot. Looked like Talbot got a piece of it. Wild tried to get it out. They will. Suter cross ice pass. Zaccarello drops it back. On range shot at Fleury, able to swallow it up. And Alex Tuck in the open, but this time Talbot was ready for it. Face off won by the Knights. And puck goes out of play. Dear Turner Sports, please, for the love of God, do not bring Pierre Maguire onto your side. Double him off on ESPN. He'd fit in there better anyway with how much you love Sidney Crosby. Ooh, did I say that out loud? Face-off won by Minnesota. And a long-range shot blocked. And here come the Knights. They fight for it in the left corner. And Minnesota coming away with it now. And it's lost as it was taken away by Kolsar. Played by Waugh. They fight for it behind the net. We just passed the 18-minute mark here in the third. As the puck goes back, Fleury will play it. On the boards. And able to get it out. This is Reeves. Reeves dumps it in. For Carrier. They're fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Taken by Brown. Carrier trying to drive in, and Talbot turned him aside. Vegas with it now, trying to get it out. Dumps along the boards. Soto with it now. Greenway. And a shot, and Fleury will have control of it. A little bit of pushing and shoving. And words being exchanged now between Marcinsaw and the Wild. Spot tailing Keegan Colzar. He's off to the left of Fleury. One by the Knights. Pietrangelo clears out the center. Wild trying to dump it back into the Vegas zone. Played by Fleury to Pietrangelo. Wild with it now. Greenway. Along the boards. Pietrangelo takes it for the Knights. It gets away. And Karazov trying to pass it. It skipped on him. And icing on the Wild. With .6:15 to go. Oh. Went up on 16 minutes to play. Erickson-esque and Stevenson with a face-off. Looks like Minnesota won. And Vegas takes it away. Stone trying to... Could not stay on side. And face-off taken by the Knights. Stevenson. They dump it in behind the net. Played by Suter. Wild cannot get it out. Stevenson with it for the Knights. The Stone. Shot! And the puck's free, and the Wild taking it the other way. Drops it back. Behind the net, looking. Shot! And no go as it's dumped back into the Wild zone for an icing. 15.5 to play. It was Talbot who got a stick on it. Face off one by the Wild. Going to go around the horn. Shot goes wide. And Wild take it back at center. Dumped into Vegas zone. Fleury flops it out there to center. And Wild knock it right back in. Taken by Holden. Fight for it around center ice. On the right boards. Wild come away with it. Just past the 15-minute mark here in the game. Trying to move it up. In the corner behind the boards, Peter Angelo will play it. Puck gets back out to center ice. Vegas with it now. Dumps it into the Minnesota zone. As that was Kolzar with that. And Whitecloud had to dump it in. Now Wild looking to take it up ice. Sturm fighting for it in the left corner. They're coming away with it. Suter passes. And oh! Taken down. Vegas coming away with it. And Minnesota able to keep it in. Just long enough for Whitecloud to clear it right back out. Wild with it now, trying to move in. Rask shot. High and wide. And Vegas able to get it out. Minnesota will play it. As Zuccarello. Spurgeon plays it. Going along the boards. And that'll be an icing. Indy 500 next Sunday. Face off to the left of Talbot. And one by the Wild. And March with it now. And they could not keep it onside. Just over 12 minutes to go in the game. Golden Knights 3, Wild nothing. $12:14 to go in the game. Vegas still holding a 3-0 lead. As we look at the tickets. commanding 3-1 lead. And face-off taken by Vegas. On the left side, Carlson looking for some help. Now they fight for it. Minnesota coming away with it. As Dumba plays it to Greenway. Greenway dumps it back to Dumba. On the net, Karasov looking for some help. Shot wide. Dropping it back. And shot wide. And Dumba will play it back in the Minnesota zone. And we'll go out of play. What a night for Marc-Andre Fleury. As the only one that did get past him did not count because of interference. And Tuck tried to play it, but he could not. Instead of moving it up. Fiala. Fiala driving shot! And Fleury turned it away. Suter with it. And a shot, and Fleury with another save. Rebound. Oh, somehow Vegas kept it out. Whoa! End up being an icing. How did they not put that in the net? Let's see who. Oh, it looked like Tuck prevented them from making the pass cleanly, and Martinez able to clear it out. And tried off the face-off, and Fleury able to swallow it up. Minnesota trying to do everything they can to beat Fleury, and they have not been successful. And the only time they were ended up being washed out. We hit the closing in on the 10.5-minute mark of the game. As Wass take the face off for Vegas. And Sturm, now Sturm's out of the circle. And Parise will take the face off. Taken by White Cloud. Along the boards. As Minnesota dumps it back into the Vegas zone. And Spurgeon clears it out. Almost did. Suter out the center ice. There comes Sturm. Sturm driving, and he could not get a clean shot off. Trying to fight for it along the right boards. Taken by the Golden Knights. The center. Saucy with it. This is Erickson S. Excuse me. Saucy dumps it in. And Fleury had to come out of his crease to play it. Minnesota with it still. Look at shot, and Fleury could not cover it up. It's still free. Minnesota with it. And Karasov's shot goes out of play. 9:06 to go in the game. It's still Vegas 3, Minnesota nothing. .906 to play in St. Paul. And the Knights leading it 3-0. Tomorrow, Carolina, Nashville, Colorado, St. Louis, Boston, Washington, and Winnipeg, Edmonton. These two series can be closed out tomorrow, as it will be Marchessault and Eriksson Ek to take the face-off, won by the Wild. Tries centering pass. Vegas breaks that up. Vegas trying to take it across ice. They will. Dump it into the Wild zone. And Vegas takes it away. As Brodin passes up to Karasov. Pass gets away, and it goes into the corner. Fighting for it. Vegas trying to get it out. Minnesota with it now. Looking to go around the horn. A long-range shot wide. Another shot goes wide. And taken by Brodin. To Fiala. Brodin with it. Looking. Drops it back. Spurgeon dumps it in. Spurgeon with it now. Come up 8 minutes to play in the game. Fiala. Now they fight for it in the left corner. And Suter drops it back. Vice. And Zuccarello passes. And the puck gets away. And here we go. Could be another. And it's Stone. Lost control of the puck. Minnesota able to get it back. As Beligno tried to play it on net, and he could not. Fight for it in the left corner. And tickles along the boards. For Brodin. To Parise. And Sturm could not play it for the Wild. Vegas able to get it out. And played behind the net by the Wild. Here's Foligno. And Sturm's shot was turned away by Fleury. With 6:20 to play in the game. Fight for it behind the net. Still fighting for it behind the net. Trying to set up. Sturm's shot was blocked. Vegas trying to get it out. They will. And center. So trying to come away with it now. And here's Ryan Hartman. Dumps it in. Harrison X playing it. Fighting for it. Still fighting for it. A long range shot goes wide. And coming in on the final 5 minutes to play. And Vegas trying to drive in. It was Carlson. Just played along the boards. And Tuck able to knock it down, keep it in. Sends it along the boards. A yard sale right there. Wild player lost his stick. All you can do is kick it out the center. And offside. Come down to the home stretch. It's just under 4.5 to play. It's Vegas 3, Minnesota nothing. .416 to play in the game, and Vegas just looking to put this one away. Go up 3-1. Have a chance to finish them off Monday night. Face off at neutral ice. Won by Minnesota. On the boards. Vegas try to get out. They will. And empty net. As they pulled the plug on Cam Talbot. Right now, Kevin Fiala has to get his skate fixed, so he's got to come out of the game. Empty net with just over 4 minutes to go. Drops it back. Looking. Spurgeon shot, and it was blocked. And Vegas could corral it cleanly. Tuck could not corral it cleanly. Now he does. Going for the empty net. It goes wide. Minnesota plays it on. And gets across center into the Vegas zone. Fight for it in the left corner. There's fighting for it in the right corner. Drops it back. Looking. Zuccarello. And another shot. Follow through. Could not go. Fight for it in the left corner. Looking. Passes it back. Zuccarello shot. And Fleury able to swallow it up. Just over 3 minutes to play. Looked like Jared Spurgeon took exception to something Eric Holden did. Still an empty net with 2:48 to go in the game. And everybody, the premature movement. And face-off taken by Minnesota. Gonna go around the horns. And shot goes wide. And here's a long-range shot and goes wide. Right, Dumba. It's retrieved by Suter. Over to Dumba. Now Vegas with it now. 2-on-1. Marchessault shot wide. Follow-up goes wide as well. Wild trying to get it out. Wild shot blocked. Wild getting it out of there. Just under 2 minutes to play. And one for the empty net, bullseye! And that will likely do it. .88 seconds to go. And after a shot that went wide, another one got blocked on the open net. It was Waugh with his second goal tonight and an empty netter. Well, the Vegas Raiders were 0 for 3 in games on Twitch. last season. The Knights, in the first full game I covered, are going to be 1-0. They fight for it in the right corner. Going along the boards. Minnesota going to try to keep it in. Vegas gets it out. Minnesota has to retreat. And shot and is saved by Fleury, as that was Kyle Rowe. Kaprizov. I spelled his name wrong this whole time. As there is about 41 seconds to go. And Vegas trying to get it out. They will. As Talbot tries to play it behind the net. Minnesota going to try to push. Rask could not get it, while neither could Sturm. So going to try for one more. Long-range shot blocked. 20 seconds to play. And that will do it. The Knights can tack it on. As Fleury now records his 16th career postseason shutout. And Vegas now holds a commanding 3-1 series lead. Final tonight in St. Paul. Vegas 4, Minnesota nothing. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Kyle the Fanatic signing off.